Hi, thanks for checking out our channel. This is going to be a how-to test repair video on a Gallagher B200. The B100 and B300 are similar. They got some different parts to it. This is an older version. It's hard to tell in the video, but this is a faded blue. The old ones were a dark blue, but this is really faded, and the case is cracked and broken on it, so we're going to have to put a new cover on it. And I got to check out the inside gut, see what's going on there. Also, I'll show you in a minute this is a two-piece panel. It's got two halves at a right side and left side. These were glass panels back that Gallagher used here in the States for a little bit. The B200 had two panels that were glass, and then the B100 earlier versions had just a single panel. And this one's cracked. You can kind of see these little lines all cracked. So we have to take this solar panel off, and we're going to have to put on a new one. So we'll show you how to do that. But if you'd like to find out more about us, here's our information right there. FencerFixer.com is my website, not Fence Fixer. And my company name is Fencer Fixer Repair, not Fence Fixer Repair. And there's our address right there to send things to, and call and text me anytime. So, alright, so we're going to get into this thing and see what we can figure out with it. This unit, my bench is kind of small and kind of cluttered up with a bunch of crap. So I'm kind of tight for space, especially when you get these units that have these big solar panels on it. I think the first thing I want to do, I'm trying to get the solar panel off, and because I'm going to have to take this whole case apart because this case is cracked and broken. And we're going to try to first, you got these two thumb knobs, little black thumb knobs I call them, right up here on top. The good thing is that you can still get those knobs, but the bad thing is typically they're usually stuck. There's a head of the bolt inside that black plastic, and the head of the bolt itself, the threads will get stuck. And when you try to loosen this up, the black plastic spins, but the actual knob itself won't. And I think that's what's going on here. Alright, so we're going to have to take a soldering iron, this is what I do, and we're going to have to melt down the side and split this thing, because you can take like a cutting wheel, like on a Dremel type tool, and cut down there. You can only get in so far because you start hitting the bolt, and you got to get in a little further underneath the head of the bolt to go down along the threads, and you can't get into it with one of those Dremel tools with a cutting wheel. So the best thing I know what to do is take a soldering iron and you melt along the top and down the side of it, and eventually you got to go in right there. It goes into the threads and go all the way down to the metal bracket, and then you got all this black plastic melted crap on your soldering iron. You gotta get that cleaned off pretty quick, or about mess up your tip. Mine's still pretty good though, at least the tip of it is. And then we'll have to do the same thing on the other side, but then after you do that, typically you can just pop that thing off. I might have to spin around to the other side. I don't know, I'll find out in a second. Got a lot of smell of burnt plastic. I gotta reuse these brackets on the new panel. I gotta cut them the length a little bit. There it is. I'm going to do the same thing on the other one. dead center of it. Start melt the plastic. It's too thick of plastic just to use a knife on it. You'll be sitting there forever trying to cut that. Turn it around. Hands freaking cramping up. Alright, now we can pull this bracket off because the bolts are stuck. The holes are just small enough, I think, for the head of the bolts to come through the little holes here. I'll fool with this bracket later. Let's get the unit itself figured out. Now what I want to try to do myself, I want to try to get these bolts off because I don't have any more thumb screw things for the top here. So I'll have to go to the hardware store, find the right bolt, and probably use some kind of ooh, there's one more tight. All right. Try to get one of them off here. so stuck in these holes here, we never get them out of there. So let's just power this thing up, see what we get. This has a 12-volt cord here, a plug on down here, a little board. Alright. Turn it to the number 1 position. Flip the switch on. It's not doing anything. A different cord just to make sure, because those are pretty rough looking. Hey, now it's clicking. So that means that their cord's not good. Well, that means the unit itself might be okay. Let's get a meter here. We're going to test across the output wires of their unit. Put the ground here. This clamp's pretty wore out. This green one is. $11,000 volts. Second sprocket jumps just for curiosity. Alright, let's get these knobs off because the new case doesn't come with new knobs. Case apart. Probably not good. Check this board out. Got board out here as well. And we need a transformer out of it. Hey, you got that yellow screwdriver?
Oh.
Kind of thinner one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here. I'll never hung it up.
I'm gonna take these knobs off too because the new case doesn't come with knobs. They go on a certain way, so don't mess it up. And also, the new covers don't come with stickers either, and they don't come with these bolts. I'm gonna have to go get new ones because they have these little brass inserts in this case, and it's so bound up on this thing I couldn't get to break loose on those brass things, so it just ended up breaking the plastic on the inside. The case was already cracked and broken in different spots, so it needed a new case anyways. So let me go find a case, make sure I've got one, and then get a sticker on there as well.
Best time to wear straps.
All right. There's a new sticker. There's a new case. So we put the sticker on first. And we put the knobs on there. So do one at a time. Install the transformer, and we'll make sure all these tabs are nice and straight. And then we'll take this board, move that rubber thing out of the way so I get these little 6 little knobby things that go in these little holes. Ooh. It works, but man, look at that. That's all ate up. I don't trust that. Well, let me see if I got another one of these boards. Alright, I don't have another board, but let's see if we can clean this delicately. We're going to use some electronic cleaner. We're going to spray it on here. We use a Dremel, the wire brush, and we're going to turn down the speed on it a little bit so it's not so aggressive. The good thing about the Gallagher stuff, they usually have, this is a newer board, so this unit's been worked on before. It's a 2007 unit. This is a 2015 board, this one is, and so is that board. But they've got a glaze on this board already, so that's probably what saved this board. There's this conformal coating on these electronics right here, so that's probably what saved the board. At least protected it. And we'll take some lubricates, waterproofs, and protects electrical components. So we're going to spray some of that CRC stuff on there. And it's got to dry first, so we'll shake off the excess, let it dry. Let's plug this on here. Turn the power supply on, make sure it still comes on and works. Alright, still clicking along there. Put this back on here. You can see there's part of the plastic from the blue case stuck on there, so we've got to get that off. Just hand tighten the knobs. You don't have to crank them down with a pair of pliers. You know, scratching these up and cross threading them or something. Breaking the bolt off and messing the knob up. So just hand tighten stuff as tight as you can with your hand. So the unit itself is done. Let's see if I can make a second video about the whatever we call it, the solar panel. So we'll make a second video here in just a second.